In this video, I'm going to demonstrate how to install a bug deflector on your Freightliner Cascadia. I don't really talk that way, so, you know. Here's a quick overview of the parts that comes with this universal bug deflector. You have the two brackets. Also, you have a bag of nuts and bolts and fasteners, washers of various types. You have a rubber gasket, which is going to go on the bottom of the bug deflector, and you have the bug deflector itself, as well as a handy dandy set of instructions. Peel that plastic back about 1/2 inch from the bottom edge of the bug deflector, just like that. Step 2, we want to remove the plastic around the holes where we're going to be installing the brackets. Next thing is to install the rubber gasket along the bottom edge where we just peeled that protective covering on the bug deflector. It'll look something like this when you're finished. Now what we want to do is attach these brackets to the bug deflector. So I'm going to flip this bad boy over so that the sides are facing up, and locate the two mounting holes, and then we want to use these oblongated attachment holes and basically place that bug deflector right there, just like that. Alright, so now that we've prepared our bug deflector to mount it on the hood, we have put our rubber gasket on the bottom after we peeled back the little bit of a layer, 1/2 inch of the protective covering. We installed our brackets. Our brackets are installed with the number 10 by 32 little bolts. Here's the other side, just like that. And we tighten them just enough so that they're easily to be moved, so we can adjust these when we install the deflector on the hood. And now that that's all ready to go, we're ready to move to the truck and make our marks. I'm gonna set this frame carefully right on the truck, and I'm going to center it up. I'm going to take a look at the center of my bracket here, and there's some kind of a center point there, and I'm going to install this. I'm going to hold it in place right behind, over here, right behind this chrome vent bezel, and so you can see. And then I'm going to look and make sure that I'm aligned and looked on both sides. And once I have that thing lined up where I want it, I'm going to go ahead and get a marker and mark a hole on this one side, and then hold the other side in place and mark the other hole. Okay? Now at this time, I'm only worried about marking my holes for the brackets, okay? Later, after I install this and get it set in place, the easiest way to do this, in my opinion, is then we'll come around and mark the holes for the sides of the brackets and deal with those. Alright, so now I got my marks on my hood. I'm going to go ahead and drill some holes. Now the instructions call for a 9/32 drill bit. And there we go. Now that we have that done, I want to make sure that my bolts fit in those holes, so I'm not fighting and arguing with them, which is fine. 1/4 inch drill bit works just as well as a 9/32, so that's good to go. Now this is the fun part. If you have a second set of hands, that would be very helpful, because you're going to need to have your hood open to do this part. So I would suggest having a second set of hands to hold this up. Then you want to go ahead and put your brackets on in place like that, and we're going to start just like this. I want you to take a look at these brackets. This has basically a built-in washer. And then the parts that come with the screws here, you have a lock nut, you have a metal washer, and a nylon washer, okay? Now and then you have a smaller washer, okay? So the smaller washer is going to stay on that screw just like, or that bolt, just like that, okay? We can go ahead and put that bolt right inside that hole, just like that, and then we're going to put our nylon washer on, because we want that gasket in between the hood and the metal frame here. Put that gasket on there, and also acts as a cushion and a friction reducer. And then I can go ahead and put this bolt inside this hole like that. Okay, and then when you step up on your inside your engine compartment here, just want to be careful you don't step on anything fragile, and you're going to locate those holes. In this case, we found that first one, and we're going to go ahead and try and seat all of our screws in place so that that bracket's holding its place. It's going to be underneath the insulation most likely, and that's fine. Just be careful when you climb up in here. Okay, now that we got our bracket secured in place, the only 4 screws that are not secured yet are these 4 on the front. We'll do that last. At this point, we want to go ahead and hold this bracket, kind of align it with the rest of the bracket to the front edge between the baffle and the fiberglass. I'm going to press down on that and then put a mark in there because we want to press down so we make sure that we're seating in the proper place. We're going to go ahead and do that on the other side too. Put that in down like that. That hole in right there. And see, now we're going to drill the holes for those bolts. Okay, we'll do the other side. Okay, so I had a little piece of the rubber gasket left. I'm going to cut this in half and use half of it on this side along this edge of the bug deflector, just to kind of protect my hood. Okay. All right. We're going to put this bolt in that hole and put that nylon washer on the back of that, and then put that through the hole. All right, so I run into a little problem here with the hole. There's 2 layers of space in between the components of the hood, so I needed some longer bolts with these 4-inch. But instead of using just a regular flat head or what you call it, pan head, I went ahead and got these little hooks because I might want to go camping someday in this big truck, and these can come in handy. So here we go. Put that inside there. Like that, we'll put that nylon washer on the back. I'm going to send that through that hole. Okay, so there's that, and then the partner's going to go ahead and hold that bolt in place while I get on the other side and put the nut on it. Now what I want to do is go ahead and tighten these screws and nuts. And we'll go ahead and do that. Now that we're good to go here. Put my guard back up here, and these are secured, everything's secured. We just set to peel the tape off. If you want to peel the tape off. Alright, you can go peel that side and not peel this side. See how this looks? Looks pretty nice. Oh yeah. Look at that. There we go. Nice bug deflector on our truck here. I just wanted to say thank you from my videographer, Miss Loxy, for helping. Thank you for watching. I hope this instructional video was helpful to you in your installation of bug deflector on your truck. Put some links in the description and where this particular product was that I used for my truck and where you could possibly get some for yourself. So there you go. Have a nice day.